What does it take to be a soldier? Bravery? Discipline? Dance moves? I wanted to try and figure out for myself. After finishing my midterms, I wanted to challenge myself and do something completely out of my comfort zone. Go Army gave me the opportunity to experience things firsthand. I booked a flight to sunny California and made my way to Fort Irwin, home of the National Training Center, where I would spend the next 48 hours eating, sleeping, and training like a US soldier.
Good morning. It is 6:15 in the morning and I am on a ruck march, which is very wonderful cardio.
Rucking is essentially hiking with weight on your back, and soldiers usually ruck at least once a week to keep in good shape. It definitely woke me up, and I got to talk to some great people.
These little ruck marches they're like very essential to the Army lifestyle. Running and walking like this in a formation, it's going to be very ideal to like the combat environments. The Army standard is to run 12 miles in 3 hours.
That is 4 miles an hour, which with 40 pounds of weight on your back is pretty fast. And then after walking for what seemed like forever, we finally got to our destination.
Just finished the ruck. I think I have a couple blisters. Let's see how bad it is.
I finally got to take off my backpack and had some time to hang out with the soldiers. One of them even tried teaching me how to gritty, but
This was a nice shot.
The water jugs in the back.
You like my ride?
And then after resting a little bit, it was time for me to get prepared to shoot a gun for the very first time.
This is pretty much where we operate the range. And we just use this program right here. And we have to shoot 23 out of 40 targets to qualify.
So before I could see if my aim was good enough for the Army, I had to run through some very important safety and procedure protocols.
Safety first and foremost, always, no matter what. We have ear pro. Super simple. Put these in your ear, you don't go deaf when you're shooting.
You're gonna make sure the weapon's on safe, then you're gonna clear it.
And then after Staff Sergeant Loader gave me a thumbs up, it was time to get going. I missed all of my shots in the very beginning and it was pretty embarrassing, but after Sergeant Loader helped me adjust a little bit and made sure that I was safe the whole entire time, I took a couple of deep breaths and got back to it. I finished the range qualification test by hitting 14 out of 40 targets, which is technically failing, but I still had lots of fun. And then after the range, we went to a restaurant with all of these soldiers to get dinner because at this point, we were all starving. And while I was eating and talking to these soldiers, I realized how selfless and kind they are and how anybody can be an Army soldier. We headed back to the barracks to get some rest, and here is a quick tour of the barrack that I stayed in. I didn't have any expectations before entering the barracks, so I was very surprised with how nice it was. This was a suite style room, so there were 2 bedrooms and the rooms were actually very spacious. It honestly reminded me of a much bigger version of my college dorm, and it even had its own closet, which was a lot of extra space. For the rest of the suite, there was a shared kitchen and also a shared bathroom. Today was a very fun and tiring day, so once I got back to the barracks, I went straight to bed to prepare for tomorrow.
Good morning, my friends. The sun rose about 30 minutes ago, and today I'm going to be doing some PT. So I guess we get to test how out of shape I am.
So we started by doing some dynamic stretching, but I don't think my brain was fully awake yet. Getting up this early and doing some physical training was a great way to remind myself that I needed to start doing cardio again, but it also showed me how dedicated our soldiers are to bettering themselves every single morning. I don't know how, but they made sprinting seem enjoyable and made me understand the importance of teamwork. Not my best moment. We stretched after the workout, and then it was time to meet someone pretty special. This is Garrison Commander Jason Clark. He is the man in charge of running all the operations at Fort Irwin. He took time out of his day to talk to us, and he was very cool and funny.
Where are you going, University of Chicago?
I went Northwestern.
Oh, we just kicked them. Ohio State. I'm an Ohio State guy. I think that was a pretty tough game right there, right? You guys definitely had the weather factor.
We did. It was tied at one point. We were excited.
Yeah. Actually, you guys scored the first touchdown.
Yeah, I know.
Making things a little tough.
I know.
So, yeah. All right, cool.
After talking to the garrison commander and after he roasted my university, I got to meet Bradley. Bradley is a national champion and part of the cavalry regime. Bradley was a super friendly horse, and I learned a lot about how many different jobs there are in the Army. After I got my pictures with the national champion, I got to brush him a little bit. I said bye to Bradley before proceeding to the motor pool, where I got to see the vehicles that the Army uses. The sheer size of these vehicles was absolutely astonishing. In touring these vehicles and hearing what soldiers had to say about what it takes to operate and maintain these vehicles, I learned a lot about how much dedication and effort goes into just mastering these machines. After playing around with the tank gadgets for a little bit, I got the chance to work on some of these vehicles and actually gain insight into the whole maintenance process.
So like it gets really hot here, so they open up all the compartments in order for them to.
What's my job today?
Alright, so this vector right here is leaking. This is a hub.
Okay.
This is tie rod, half shaft. Inside here has gears.
Yep.
Grab that ratchet right there. It's already on off. All you gotta do right here on this bolt, take it off. This one? Yeah. Yeah, you did. If you look, you'll see you see all this like residue. Yeah, you see how like it's super wet.
Yep.
So that means this back plate is leaking.
This is my first time changing a tire, and the soldiers were telling me how important it is to take care of the vehicles. I don't think there is anything more rewarding than learning and doing something for the first time. My job was to scrub off all of the leakage. Once I was done scrubbing and the back plate was completely clean, it was time to pop the tire back in.
Take that out. Take that out.
Alright, so let me show you. Yeah, alright. So make sure you squeeze with your legs and lift up. There you go. Yeah, then.
Then it was time for the final touches, and now I can tell people that I changed a tire. And even though I didn't do much and I was just following instructions, changing the tire with the help of the other soldiers gave me a genuine sense of accomplishment. In the last 2 days spent working and socializing with the troops, they had shown me so much about themselves and what it's like to be a soldier. As a final goodbye, I wanted to get their opinion on one last question. What is the most rewarding part of being in the Army?
The most boring part of being in the Army?
Oh, you can
Meet new people.
Being in it.
Traveling.
Yeah, I say travel. Great experience.
Yeah.
New experiences, I say beginning to travel.
You get to travel, I guess, so that part's good.
Been to Korea about 3 times, Poland, Germany, Belgium. I get to meet a lot of different people from a lot of different places.
I guess, I don't know, experience, definitely, and then schooling, all the benefits that comes with it. But to be honest, I just came here for schooling and also the experience. So.
I think me as a leader, being able to mold soldiers.
And just as I was about to leave, I was presented with a very special honor. Today, I would become an honorary member of the Black Horse Regime, which is the 11th Armored Cavalry Regime of the U.S. Army. The Black Horse Regime prides itself as the yardstick by which the Army measures itself. Throughout the trip, I was blessed to meet so many amazing individuals who taught me different things. I tried learning how to gritty, I learned how to shoot a gun, I learned about the different jobs in the Army, I even learned how to change a tire and got to meet the garrison commander. However, if there is one thing that I learned from this trip, it's that anyone can be a soldier. Even me. Find Go Army careers opportunities where you can utilize your skills in the link below.